Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you're having a good start to the new year. And, I don't know if any of you make resolutions anymore. I don't really make resolutions so much, but I try to set some intentions for my work and to better myself in any way, So this year, one of my intentions is to put myself out there a little bit more, and hence my Facebook Live video. And I just wanted to kind of try to regularly share some tips I have on healthy living, and specifically around strengthening the core areas of your body and things that have to do with Pilates. I'm a Pilates instructor and I love it, and I'm so grateful that I love my work. And I just thought, I feel so lucky and fortunate that this past year I've been able to stay in business, and I've transitioned to a different format somewhat, teaching people on Zoom, and also being able to continue to see some clients with some times of not being able to see clients. But anyway, I feel very grateful. I feel very grateful that I love my job, that I love my work, and that I've continued to be able to do that and help people. And it's really just changed my ideas around what it is that I want from this work. So I decided that this was a good time to share information on just practicing breath. It seems odd that we should have to practice breath because we should just naturally breathe, but mindful breath is different than just breathing. We tend to get tense in our days, and maybe there's a lot of tension going on with this past year, and maybe it's still continuing into this year. Maybe you haven't transitioned to feeling less tense. And maybe it's just a daily thing, right? There's daily stressors, work projects, kids, if you're home, or not even homeschooling, but if you're schooling your children from home while working from home and your whole family's at home. Oh my goodness, wow. I say yahoo and great job to whoever's doing that, because I just can't even imagine. Haven't had to do that. and I can't imagine it. So good job. Anyway, coming back to breath, right? It's a great way to release tension, to do some mindful breathing. And you can take just a little bit of time to practice it, and just set some intentions to release the tension during the breath, and then with release of the tension, to set a new intention towards your next project or the next thing you're going to do in your day, or maybe it's just next week or next month or for the whole year. It's just a good idea to take a break every once in a while and just breathe. So I've got this, I've got all kinds of tools, but I'm going to use this squishy blue ball to just show you a few different ways to breathe. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit more now before I do those exercises, so I don't have to talk so much and I can just breathe. So having the tactile cue of the ball against your body gives you an idea of different place to take your inhalation and fill your diaphragm, fill your lungs, fill your rib cage. So that's a little bit about that. You definitely don't want to force the breath either on the inhale or the exhale, so try to make it a relaxed breath, and maybe close your eyes if you want. It really shouldn't take that long, but as you're doing your breath, the more you get into it, just try to think about the next thing you're going to do after you take your break of breathing. So I'm going to start with what I'm going to call the forward breath, and I've got the ball right against my chest. Just going to hold it there, and I'm going to just take about 3 breaths. And as I inhale, I'm going to inhale through my nose. I'm going to expand my rib cage, east and west, and maybe to the back. of my lungs. And I'm just going to exhale and let everything kind of sink in. So expansion on your inhale and release on your exhale. Sometimes I like to say the expansion on the inhale can push through sticky spots, right? So think about that. And in Pilates, a lot of times it changes, but when we first start working with people, the exhale is used for the strength, right? So maybe you think of that. You think of your expansion on your inhale. And just think about how the contraction of an exhale can give you strength. Okay, just some mindfulness. Then we're going to go into what I call side breathing. I'm going to do it seated still, so I've got the ball under an armpit. I'm just going to, again, expand on my inhale. And then gentle release and some contraction around my abdominal and diaphragm area on my exhale. I'm going to try and not talk, just breathe. Take one more here. I'm going to switch to the other side. Sometimes I have to think about making sure I'm not trying to force too big of an inhale to just cause more tension. So I have to really relax into it. Take that idea of pushing through the sticky stuff here. One more time. So I'm going to do one more breath. I'm going to lay on my stomach. I'm going to put the ball again on my chest, and I'm going to call it back breathing. I'm going to lie down on the ball, and it feels squishy, but it actually ends up feeling good. And then I'm going to rest my hands wherever it feels best. I'm going to put them under my forehead. I'm not going to talk here, but I'm going to think of expansion on my inhale. And release compression on my exhale. So that was 3 breaths there, 3 breaths each time. And you can do as many as you want. You can take as long as you want. You notice it didn't take very long. I was thinking about what I was doing on this Facebook Live, so I wasn't necessarily setting a new intention, but I certainly feel less tense. So if anything, it releases some tension. I especially like the one where I'm laying on my stomach. It always seems to release a lot of tension from my neck. So focus on breath and set some great intentions for your next day, your next moment, your next week, your next month, or your year. Yeah, I'll see you again. Maybe it'll be breath or something else. Bye-bye.